Right, here we have the Yo-Yo King Proto9. I'm going to open up the box and show you what's included. First off, you'll have an instruction sheet. Shows you how to adjust the string length, making a slip knot, attaching the string, winding the string, taking it apart. Talks a little bit about the narrow and the wide bearing that are included. You have a little parts pack, includes some string, some extra response pads, and then also the unresponsive angled bearing. So open up, you can see that this is the Proto9 Red Edition. And what that means is the Red Edition has the narrow bearing already installed. As you can see there, it's got the narrow gap, which makes it responsive. And then included again will be also the wide angled bearing, which makes it unresponsive. So it's important, you can take this apart, and when you're taking it apart you always want to be careful not to cross the threads when you're putting it back together or to over tighten it. You just want to kind of spin it until it stops and then just snug it a little bit, and then you're all set. And then of course you have you need a bearing tool. You may be able to get it off without the bearing tool. If not, just wiggle it back and forth, and then take the narrow bearing off, and you can put in the wide bearing, and this is going to make it unresponsive. So a bind is required in order for you to get this to wake. Again, you want to be careful when you put it back together, and again it stopped, and then I just barely turn it, snug it, you're all set. And there it is with the unresponsive bearing. And that's the narrow bearing, so you can see there's quite a bit of difference there. To put on a string, it's real simple. Just get one of the strings out, and then you just want to twist it to hold about 2 inches apart. Turn it, and then I use my fingernail to open up the string. Oops. So you don't have to take the yo-yo apart in order to put the string on, and sometimes people want to make it a little more complicated than what it is. Once you have that apart, go ahead and slip it over, and then you might have to turn it, wrong way, turn it there to get the string wound back around. And then to put the string on, what I like to do is slip my finger down inside there and then begin to wind, go about 6 or 8 times around, then pull your finger out. Then you have the string on there. And then to put the string on your finger, you're just going to create a slip knot. And then put that on your middle finger, just past the tip there. There he is, your Proto9 is ready to throw. To adjust the string length, what you're going to need to do is first measure the yo-yo hanging down from the string from your belly button. So you're standing up from your belly button to it touches the ground. And then all you really need to do is just cut that off and then retie that loop on there at the correct length. So again, this is the Proto9 in the Red Edition, which comes with both the responsive and unresponsive bearing. With the responsive, if it's not responding quite as well as you'd like, just add a little bit of a thick lube to that. Should be ready to go. Again, it includes responsive, unresponsive, some extra string, the instructions, and some extra response pads.